Commission is putting forward today a package of measures with a very clear goal to give a boost to EU's competitiveness. From factories to startups, the digital package is the EU's answer to calls to reduce burdens on our businesses. We are doing so through 3 areas of action here. Firstly, I'm presenting the data union strategy to fuel the digital economy with its essential resource, high-quality data for development on AI. And secondly, we are also proposing European business wallets, which offer a digital solution for businesses to interact effortlessly with authorities and also other businesses across the European Union. And finally, we have here our first digital omnibus. It simplifies digital rules in the areas of artificial intelligence, cybersecurity and data. Commissioner Dombrovskis will shortly continue by telling you more about the joint simplification agenda of this Commission, and Commissioner McGrath will elaborate the GDPR perspective of our proposal. We are putting forward these measures because Europe needs to act now and to remain faithful for its core values. We have identified these measures as the most urgent now, following our discussions with the European businesses, including SMEs, civil society and beyond. But we are also clear that simplification does not mean softening our safeguards. We stand firmly behind our high standards for privacy, fairness and security. Because EU regulation is a trust mark for businesses. We are the one place on the planet that has framed the rules of the game in this way, to protect our values and fundamental rights. However, regulation alone is not enough, as we know. We must also move from rule-making to innovation building. Our rules should not be a burden, but an added value. For this, we need immediate steps to get rid of regulatory clutter, where there is any, and focus instead of clear and predictable rules and also solid enforcement. And that is what we are doing today with our digital package. First, we are cutting all unnecessary administrative costs for compliance by at least €5 billion by 2029 through the digital omnibus and saving companies at least €150 billion per year with our European business wallets. Second, we are also stimulating innovation here. With the data union strategy, we are proposing measures for fundamentally scaling up the availability of high-quality data for AI development in the EU and strengthening also the EU's approach to international data flows. About the data union strategy, today's measures are unlocking the data for AI across Europe. The data union strategy builds on the AI continent action plan and also to our apply AI strategy, scaling up the availability of high-quality data for AI through data labs, also synthetic data, and boosting common European data spaces. We are also strengthening the EU's approach to international data flows here to ensure better global access to data while safeguarding EU's sensitive non-personal data. For businesses, this means easier compliance, better access to more data, more opportunities for innovation and greater EU data sovereignty. We are also proposing European business wallets today, because simplification is not just about rules, but also about giving people digital tools to make processes easier. And that is what we are doing with the European business wallets, offering companies a powerful new key to the single market. The wallets will make it simpler, faster and cheaper to the businesses in the European Union. They will provide a unique digital identity valid across the entire Union. So companies and public sector, they will be able to identify and exchange data in a secure and user-friendly way cross-border in the European Union. And this means businesses, they will have 26 times less hassle when operating everywhere in the European Union. And we are also proposing today our first digital omnibuses. Here we are focusing on simplifying the rules for the areas that are vital to EU's digital competitiveness, AI, cyber and data. For the AI Act, we need to make adjustments to ensure the optimal application of the rules. This is not just about about backing down from the rules. It's about ensuring support tools like standards and also specifications and guidelines that they are in place before high-risk rules are applying on next year. Secondly, on cybersecurity, we are introducing a single entry point for incident reporting here, so companies no longer have a replicate reporting obligations here. They will only need to report once in one single place, and the information will reach all authorities that need to receive it. And finally, we are also making the data rule book much more leaner, cutting 4 legal actions and acts down to 1. So currently we have had 4 regulations covering data, and now we are combining them to 1 under Data Act. And we are cutting administrative costs here, for example, with targeted exemptions for SMEs and small mid-caps in the Data Act and also in AI Act. And we are also ensuring that access to data and building value from data is a priority here. We are also proposing targeted amendments to the GDPR that reflect how technologies have evolved. In particular, we are adopting measures to ensure that AI development is encouraged in Europe and clearly framed by our rules. With the AI Act amendments, we are also stimulating real uptake of AI with EU-level sandboxes and real-life testing of AI. And simplification should not only be for businesses but also for our consumers. So we are finally also here addressing cookie banners. I think we can all agree that we have spent too much of our time accepting or rejecting cookies every time we visit on our websites. Consumers need to make informed choices. It's very important, not just click through blindly, so that they can really reach also the content that they want. And with today's measures, consumers will stay in control. It's very important for us. And they can accept or refuse cookies with one click and with central controls. This is the first set of measures, but not the last step, because today we are also opening a consultation for full digital fitness check, assessing the cumulative impact of the entire digital rulebook of EU's competitiveness. Together, we are building a simpler, clearer and faster Europe. And now I would like to give the floor to my colleague, Valdis.